Good morning, everybody. I'm back. I'm back at home and coming to you all with episode 18 of Leading at 47, Leadership Life and Everything in Between. Today, we're going to talk about diverse teams driving more impact across all sectors, not just technology, not retail, not manufacturing, all industries. Hard stop. This is really important and near and dear to me for a couple of reasons. One of which is um, I've seen the impact of having diverse teams. I have been lucky enough to play athletics my entire life, all the way from Little League to the NFL. Every team that I've played on that has been successful had diversity woven into it, no matter which way you look at it. The guys came from different places, they had different backgrounds, um, they came from all walks of life, all different experiences, you name it. And it creates an interesting synergy across the team as long as there's a strong vision and buy-in. That is, I've seen it with my own eyes. Then let's talk about corporate America. Again, for the 25 years that I've been in corporate America, I've seen the best teams yield the best results that have the most diversity. I've lived it, I've breathed it, I've witnessed it, and it's just a fact. And I want to just take a couple minutes to throw out some numbers to you just to see uh, how like you take it and like how the results speak for itself. So these metrics are from the McKinsey consulting firm and Boston Consulting Group, and it's 2026 data. And I'm going to rattle it off really quick. There are four categories that see above average profitability amongst diverse teams: gender diversity, 39% more likely to outperform their peers; ethnic diversity, 36% more likely to outperform their peers; innovation revenue, 19% higher than non-diverse teams; total revenue from innovation, 45% higher versus non-diverse, 26%. You're a business leader. Why isn't this woven into your business? You think about how to drive results, whether it's across sales, marketing, finance, you name it. If you have a core principle of leading through inclusion and pulling in diverse teams, your team is going to reap the benefits. Again, I've been a part of it in high stakes environments like college football and the NFL, and I've been involved in it in high stakes environments in corporate America. One of the things that I see across these sectors when leaders don't take the time to hire diverse talent, it's a couple reasons. One, they're rushing because they have recs to fill, they have results to push. Taking a step back and doing things right, taking your time to get the right talent in the right seat at the right time versus it being a transaction is paramount. Staying away and checking your own bias. When you think about bias within itself, you think about affinity bias, educational bias, where the person comes from bias. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I've been biased. I'll be the first one to tell you, too, I've checked my bias because I recognize that it exists and I recognize that it can be harmful. So, with all that being said, I want to touch on just a couple more things as it relates to leading diverse teams. Um, Leading diverse teams, it's not just nice to have. These teams objectively outperform non-diverse teams. And as a leader who wants to be successful, why wouldn't that be in your motion and your principles? When you think about If somebody were to tell you 61% of job seekers won't even apply to an organization if they don't perceive that, or excuse me, if they see a lack of diversity in leadership, these people aren't even knocking at your door. They're not even looking at your organization. That is huge. So, the key takeaway in this conversation I could have for a month of Sundays. However, in the spirit of keeping it short, do the things that is going to help your team perform. Work for the leaders that are intentional about the way that they build their teams, the way that they lead their teams. It all intertwines with each other. And a lot of times, you're going to be more sticky. You're going to get the top talent. You're going to be the one that they're talking about that made a difference in their life. So, my challenge to you is to go out, choose somebody that you wouldn't normally choose, take the time to coach, develop, and lead and understand them, and be empathetic and learn and meet them where they're at, and the business results will pay for itself. Thank you all. We'll see you all tomorrow.